Hello, divine creations, divine marvels, children of God. Thanks so much for dropping by. So, here it is, one more day of life in these beautiful bodies, in these unspeakably amazing bodies, here on this unspeakably amazing earth. Unspeakably beautiful. Who can even begin to fathom the glory of nature? It's beyond words. And according to Bruno Gruning, our time here on this earth is a precious spiritual opportunity, an unspeakably precious. He once said, I don't have the direct quote, but according to Greta Hausler, he said that there were trillions of souls lined up waiting for the opportunity to be in a body here on this earth. Who knew? For a long time, I thought of having a body, being alive in the physical universe was a burden, some kind of curse. But Bruno Gruning pointed out that it was an extreme opportunity, an extreme blessing. One woman once said something like, "Oh, Mr. Gruning, I can't wait until I'm no longer here in this body." Because basically she's saying life is so hard, I can't wait until not in a body. And Bruno Gruning replied, yes. And you wailed the strong, I'm paraphrasing here, you wailed the strongest, begging for the grace, for the gift of being born in a body. And if you knew how much grace there was in the cradle, meaning this woman's, as a baby, how much of an act of grace it was that she was allowed to have a human body, you wouldn't complain and you would make use of this spiritual opportunity. As some of you know from my last video, I'm diving deep once again into one of my other loves, which is Buddhism. And in Buddhism, they speak of a precious human birth, that it's very rare and that it's a supreme spiritual opportunity. In fact, it's a practice in Buddhism to meditate, to literally reflect on how rare it is and what a precious opportunity it is. That was really validating for me. I find so many of what Bruno taught, validated and taught in other traditions. So let's really take some time and reflect on what a precious, precious gift. What a precious gift it is to have been given a body, to have one more day of life. Bruno Gruning was adamant that this life in a body was a learning opportunity. And he stressed it to such an extent that he said, if there's no longer the willingness to learn, or if circumstances are such in a person's life that they can no longer learn, their life would be over. They would experience what Bruno Gruning called an early recall. So let's really take to heart that that's what life is all about, is learning and growth. And yes, and of course, that we can do this joyfully. And one of the most important things to do this is to have faith, to trust in life, to trust this process of life, to trust the spiritual helper that you feel most drawn to, whether it be Bruno or Christ or another, to really trust in them and to really trust. Bruno Gruning said, he who believes that they will experience, and the German word is heil, so it could be experience salvation or experience healing. So the person who believes that they will be saved or will experience healing is already helped. That's how powerful a force faith is. So let's take on faith and let's ask to receive the divine energy. Noticing what you feel, having the intention, the will to take it in, giving our entire attention to healing and giving away all burdens, all worries, and all fears. Noticing what you feel, having the intention to draw in this life energy. Reflecting on the precious opportunity of a human birth. Taking in the good, handing away, giving over that which isn't good. Just keep coming back to this intention to receive this healing life force. So, how good it is, how good this energy is, how good this peace is, how good it is to have faith. And by good, I just mean it feels good. Not like, oh, be a good boy or good girl. I'm talking about just, the German word for good, guten. It means like wholesome, that which is beneficial. How beneficial is this energy and living from a place of faith? And how good does it feel? Very, very good. And I like to reflect on that this good feeling that happens when we tune in. Doesn't that teach us something about God? Teach us something about the ultimate truth? And that's not to say that life life doesn't have challenges and bumps, but this wondrous good feeling. What can it teach us about God and about creation and ultimately about ourselves? To me, what it does is it teaches me that this thing we call God, love, life, goodness, harmony, is wonderful, unspeakably wonderful. Bruno Gröning said that you can't expect anything evil from good, meaning that God is all good. And Bruno, of course, over and over reminded people that God never punishes. So, what if this good feeling really um, tells us quite a bit about what is true, about the truth, about life, the truth about God. And the truth that comes to me as I tune in is that God, ultimate reality, is unspeakably good and is utterly trustworthy and reliable. But please come to your own conclusions. So let's spend a little time continuing to observe our bodies, asking that the truth be revealed to us. Bruno Gröning said that it would, if we observe our bodies, that the truth would be revealed to us. Hmm. Handing over everything not good. Hmm. I'd like to thank everyone for joining in. Thanks for saying hi, Jisoo. Thanks for saying hi, Germana. So, as we go through our days and as we cross paths with people, maybe even as we think of people, let's remember, let's recognize that there's something just so beyond words good inside of them, inside of us. Let me see if I can find that quote of Bruno's. I don't have it up in handy right now. Okay, another time. But Bruno encouraged us to look for that, to look for the God, the divine in each other, and to really love it and see it. So as we see people, let's really remember the truth that they have the divine within them, just as we do. Thanks so much for joining in, everyone. Take care. Much love.